Revenge films.
My name is Rachel Kelly. My ex-boyfriend cheated on me with my best friend, Thea. I met him at a group blind date event hosted by my friend. He was handsome, kind, and attracted every girl's attention. He's so handsome and kind-hearted, I probably don't even have a chance. I felt there was no way he'd go out with me, so I gave up from the beginning. But then,
You really don't have a boyfriend?
he started talking to me. Me? No, I don't.
I see. I find you pretty interesting. Would you like to go out with me sometime?
Yes! I couldn't believe he would ask me out, but there was no reason to say no, so I agreed immediately. About 6 months later, a friend who was also present at the blind date messaged me all of a sudden.
Hi, Rachel. Did you break up with that handsome guy?
What? No, we're still dating. I haven't told anyone this, but he proposed. We plan to get married next year. I replied in excitement.
Oh, I see. Well,
She seemed hesitant to finish her sentence, so I asked, why? Did something happen to him?
I saw him on my way home from dinner last night. He went into a hotel with Thea.
What? Thea? Are you sure? That can't be true. I just told Thea yesterday over the phone that he proposed to me. She even congratulated me. I don't think she would do that. Sadly, my friend was telling the truth. She sent me the photo she took when they were entering the hotel. So I confronted my ex-boyfriend with the photo, and he confessed right away. Why Thea?
I went out with her because she wouldn't stop hitting on me. I don't know how you guys can be best friends. You should stop being friends with someone like her.
He didn't seem to feel guilty at all. Then he added,
I thought you make a lot of money as a teacher, but I guess I was wrong. You always make me eat at home instead of going to the restaurants. I just feel like you're kind of stingy and boring.
in short, he wanted to break up with me because he got tired of me. Then he tried to snatch my phone from my hand and delete the photo. When I resisted, he punched me so hard that I had a black eye. Later, Thea called me crying.
I'm so sorry, Rachel. I couldn't forget about him after the blind date. I was so jealous of you. I don't think I'd get his attention, but I wanted to at least give it a shot. I asked him out to dinner, and he said okay. I was too excited and forgot about anything else.
Of course, Thea was not innocent. But all at the same time, I was glad that I found the true nature of my ex-boyfriend before marrying him. It was all thanks to Thea, so I didn't blame her in the end. Later, I heard my ex-boyfriend was physically abusing Thea, but she was too scared to break up with him. I was dealing with problems at home all that time, so I didn't have the time and energy to worry about Thea. A year had passed by when I finally took care of my problem. I hadn't been in contact with my ex or Thea in the meantime. I only heard from my friends that my ex-boyfriend had multiple affairs and Thea got dumped. Later, I met the perfect guy and we got married quickly. Everything went great. One day, I got a call from Thea. She sounded distressed over the phone, so I decided to meet up with her. Turns out my ex-boyfriend and Thea were still contacting each other after they broke up. Thea even borrowed money from her parents to please him. Thea's parents were furious when they discovered the money she borrowed was all given to her ex-boyfriend. They stopped lending Thea money and told her not to return home until she paid all the money back to them. So she left her parents' house. She was also pregnant.
Rachel, what should I do? I can't raise a baby by myself.
She said while crying. If you think it's impossible for you to raise a child, then you probably should get an abortion. I felt like it was the only thing I could say in that situation, but Thea was angry at my reply.
How can you say something so cruel? The baby has done nothing wrong. He'll come back if he sees the baby's face. I know I can trust him because he chose me once.
I had already moved on and put the dark past behind me. But how would Thea know he'd go back to her? Only because he chose her once? Did she forget the fact that the same person chose me before her? Look what happened after. I guess it hardly matters now. But Thea was the one who asked my ex-boyfriend out when we were dating. What does she mean he chose her? What is she talking about? Wait, why am I wasting my time thinking about this? I calmed myself down. I'm sure I looked as silly as her just now, but she was busy crying and didn't notice anything. I looked at Thea's face while wondering what I should do. Suddenly, the word revenge came to my mind. I encouraged Thea. Yeah, I'm sure he still loves you, Thea. He'll come back to you in no time.
You think so?
Yeah, children are the secret weapon in fixing the bond between couples.
I never heard of that before. It seems too complicated for me to understand.
Well, I'm just saying that your child can act as a glue between you and him. He chose you, Thea. Remember that. It's the undeniable truth. So stop worrying and have some confidence in yourself. That's it. I know you'll be able to get him back. I felt like I could only say those with the help of alcohol. Of course, Thea didn't drink because she was pregnant. Thea looked relieved and said,
Thank you, Rachel. I'll try my best. It's so kind of you to help and support me even after what I did to you.
Then she teared up. Guess she didn't forget that she stole my ex-boyfriend after all. Later.
Why won't you meet with me? Are you worried about the baby? It's okay. You'll see when the baby's born that there's nothing to be afraid of. Don't worry and come back for the baby and me.
Thea went to my ex-boyfriend's work and tried to persuade him in front of his colleagues.
Hey, can we not talk about it now? I'm working!
He tried to turn Thea away, but it was already too late. After Thea left, forced to leave, he was called over by his boss.
I hate to interfere with your personal matters, but you probably should take responsibility and do the right thing.
Soon, everyone in the company started gossiping about him. He couldn't stand it anymore and quit his job. He found another job shortly after, but Thea followed him to his new company and did the same thing again. He couldn't take it anymore and eventually ran away. He never came back to Thea. Thea later became a single mother. I always wondered why Thea and my ex-boyfriend didn't get married. Then a close friend of my ex-boyfriend answered my question. Apparently, my ex-boyfriend got someone else pregnant at the same time. The woman demanded $50,000 compensation for not marrying her and another $100,000 for child support, so he had no choice but to get married to her. Of course, Thea had no idea about any of that. I don't know if Thea has persuaded her parents or put them under her control, but now she's living at her parents' house waiting for her ex-boyfriend's return. At this point, I don't even know who I want to get revenge on, my ex-boyfriend or Thea. Maybe I just thought I'd be satisfied to see them suffer a little. Thea has always been susceptible to brainwashing and tends to lose her sense of self. Because she believed what I said without a doubt, I started to feel bad for her innocent child and realized I had done a terrible thing. Now, the only time I hear from Thea is when she sends me Christmas cards every year. She always put her first name and my ex-boyfriend's last name on the card. She looks happy with her baby in the photo she sent. I guess I was a little relieved when I saw their smiles.
How was today's video? If you enjoyed it, please subscribe, like, and leave a comment. Stay tuned for more.